To my great shame, I have neglected to mention until this moment that this week is Transgender Awareness Week, which leads us up to Transgender Remembrance Day. And it's important that we have this week and that day to become aware of and remember trans people, just as it's crucial that we have LGBT Pride Month and LGBT History Month and LGBT Spirit Day and Pronoun Awareness Day and International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia, and so on. It's clear that there is not a special that if there is not a special holiday recognizing and calling attention to LGBT people, and especially trans people, and if we don't have this holiday at least twice a month, then we will all forget that these people exist and they will immediately evaporate. It'll be like that show, The Leftovers, which is a great show, by the way, depicting an apocalyptic scenario where a large portion of the Earth's population suddenly vanishes without a trace. And the creator of that show never said this explicitly, but it's clear that it was supposed to be a parable about what will happen if we don't have enough LGBT awareness days. So we must always remain aware. We must make sure that everyone else is aware, and that the LGBT club stays at the center of everything always, no matter what, forever. And so to that end, the Men's World Cup team is doing its part, providing further evidence that soccer is gay. The men's team has redesigned their official crest to get rid of the American flag colors and instead incorporate the rainbow flag. From the Daily Mail, it says, the United States men's national team have made a huge statement at the World Cup in Qatar by redesigning their crest to incorporate the rainbow flag in a bid to show solidarity with the LGBTQ plus community. The tournament, which starts on Sunday and sees the U.S. play their opener against Wales on Monday, has been hugely controversial in its build-up given Qatar's human rights record and attitude to homosexuality. As recently as this month, a Qatar World Cup ambassador told a German TV broadcaster that homosexuality was damage to the mind and it remains illegal to be gay in the conservative Muslim country. The USMT appeared to have made an immediate stand on their arrival in Doha, though, by changing their usual red stripes on their crest to a rainbow around their team base. Pictures from the Al Gharafa SC Stadium in Ar Rayyan, where the U.S. has trained on Monday, showed a huge U.S. crest on the wall alongside the slogan, One Nation. It is understood the crest on the team's kits on the field won't be changed, but the new colors will be shown off at their practice facilities. So as you can see, the crest is actually an example, really, of trans erasure rather than trans awareness, as it only includes the colors on the old LGBT flag. That's the bigoted, hateful LGBT flag of our ancestors. The one that looks tacky but lacks the boldness and courage to be totally chaotic and vomitous and hideous, like a unicorn vomited all over it, as, of course, the current trans-inclusive flag looks. Yet, fortunately, the other colors are represented elsewhere in their practice facility. After all, it's not just about the crest. U.S. Soccer is doing an entire LGBT rebrand. Reading more from the Daily Mail, it says, Neil Buth, the USMNT's chief communications officer, told DailyMail.com, our rainbow badge has an important and consistent role in the identity of U.S. Soccer. As part of our approach for any match or event, we include rainbow branding to support and embrace the LGBTQ community, as well as to promote a spirit of inclusiveness and welcoming to all fans across the globe. As a result, locations that we will manage and operate at the FIFA World Cup, such as the team hotel, media areas, and parties, will feature both traditional rainbow U.S. Soccer branding. So it will have the traditional flag and also the rainbow flag. Does it make sense that the same company who controls half of online retail also eavesdrops on your private conversations at home, or that the company that controls 90% of all internet searches also runs your email service and tracks everything you do on your smartphone? Well, big tech is more powerful than most countries these days, and they profit by exploiting your personal data. Put a layer of protection between your online activity and big tech with ExpressVPN. Think about how much of your life is on the internet. Every site you visit, video you watch, message you send, it all gets tracked and data mined. But when you run ExpressVPN on your device, the software hides your IP address, making your activity a lot more difficult to trace. ExpressVPN also encrypts 100% of your internet data to keep you safe from hackers and eavesdroppers. What I like most about ExpressVPN is how easy it is to use. Download the app on your phone or computer, tap one button, and you're protected. It's as simple as that. ExpressVPN does all of this without slowing your connection. Stop handing over your personal data to the big tech monopoly who mines your activity and sells your information. Protect yourself with the VPN that I trust to keep me safe online. Visit expressvpn.com/MattWalshShow and get 3 extra months for free. That's expressvpn.com/MattWalshShow. expressvpn.com/MattWalshShow. Now, you may point out that if U.S. Soccer is actually concerned about Qatar's record on, quote, LGBT rights, They could make a much greater statement by refusing to participate in the World Cup in the first place. I mean, by simply showing up and participating, they are financially supporting the country that they claim to be protesting against, which is a bit like protesting J.K. Rowling by buying a Harry Potter book and then burning it. I mean, you've already bought the book. Or protesting Elon Musk by buying a Tesla and then running it into a telephone pole on purpose. You've already given your financial support. It's a little bit too late. Whatever statement you make in the process or afterwards is now irrelevant. But then, of course, this is the whole point of virtue signaling. That's why we call it virtue signaling, not virtue doing. We don't call it virtue doing because there is no virtue involved here in the first place, and also because nothing is being done. The corporate gay pride stuff is all just sheep's blood on the door, signaling that they are the chosen people so that the angel of cancellation passes them over. But as far as symbolism goes, I think it is appropriate that they should replace the colors of the American flag with the colors of the LGBT flag. I mean, it's horrendous, it's traitorous, it's treasonous. If I was in charge of the country, they wouldn't be allowed back into the country. But it's also appropriate because the LGBT nation, LGBTistan we may call it, is after all the country that corporate America, as well as the United States government, seeks to represent. It is the nation that the left pledges its allegiance to. It is the country that wishes to colonize the world and export its ideas and values to corners of the globe that have no interest in them. Now, I've often said that the Alphabet Club is a religious cult. And it is that, certainly. But maybe on second thought, it's better understood in this way, as a country. It has its own flag, its own national holidays, its own myths and traditions, its own sports teams, and it has its own government too, which is formerly known as the United States government. Now, some people predict that we will eventually, in the future, become two countries. There's going to be some kind of civil war. But the point is that we're already two countries. There's one that salutes the pride flag and despises the American flag, and one that salutes the American flag and has no use for the pride flag. At this point, it's only a matter of making the split official, I suppose. Something that we will probably never do, but we should. And that is why U.S. soccer is today canceled, though really a lot of unnecessary words there because U.S. soccer is already canceled because it's soccer. And that'll do it for this portion of the show as we move over to the members block. Hope to see you there. If not, talk to you tomorrow. Godspeed.